What is up, guys? This is Migz and Ryden
And Reese.
and Reeve. One more deck profile for you. Today we have some fat lady. I don't know the names or anything, so I'm just like shut up and let Migz do it. Let's do this.
All right, so let's put down a little cutie over here. Of course, this is Ribrianne de Chateau. It is surprisingly a pretty good leader, and the whole deck that revolves around it is pretty good. I actually had a lot of fun playing with it. I'm going to start off. The auto, when it attacks a leader, you look at the top two, you select a maiden squadron. From out of those two, add the maiden squadron to your hand, and the rest of the cards you can put it to the bottom of the deck in any order. And she has the regular draw two to awaken, and then her awaken side, which angry as you know what, still has the same auto when it attacks, draw a card, and he has the active main once per turn. If I have both Kakunsa and Rosie on board, which are the other two maiden squadrons, if they're both on board in my battle area, she can KO a character. So, I'm just going to go right on to it. We're going to start with one drops, and only one drop, sadly. Three of this guy is basically the Gawatsu for all Universe 2s. Next up, we got four Ribriannes, the two drops. She has barrier, and her auto, she lets you look at the top 7 for any maiden squadrons. It could be herself, or it could be the other two, even her low form. 4 of the super combo, which best thing about Tournament of Power, all their super combos, you don't have to wait for 4 life, you can literally do it at 5 life. A pretty decent 2-drop. I mean, only thing it has is barrier, but it's 15k, so it's actually pretty decent for a 2-drop. 2 Jamazis. I'm actually going to increase this to 2. Probably cut down Perm and something else. You don't really bother with the active main, depending on how big your hand size is. First of all, the permanent, it reduces the cost of your maiden squadrons by 2, and you can pretty much drop a card from your hand, send it to warp, and put him back afterwards. So you kind of like prevent him from ever dying in a way, but it goes minus to your hand. But you're only going to use it for the permanent, so it's just going to sit there and saying hi. Next, I run 4 of this guy. This guy will probably be another card I'll cut out, because in order for the active main to work, you have to have Perm on board. And what is it that he does? If you have him on board, you can pop a character 5-drop or less, but it is costly because he has to exist in order for that effect to be valid. 4 of the free Han version for green, and yes, Tournament Power released a...
Wouldn't it be called Freeway?
Freeway, like that.
That was bad.
But
Let's keep on.
Pretty much, if your leader's green after you combo it,
Or Kuwait, the Free Master.
Yep. So you don't have to rely on TN, although I'll still say TN is pretty
Or
good.
is it Key Free?
4 of this guy, it has double strike, and then once per turn, if your leader's Universe 2, you can take a card, choose a card. Well, you can choose a card in your life. If your leader's Universe 2, choose an opponent's battle card and KO it. It's pretty decent, but rarely comes up. Honestly, I'll probably replace this for TN. 4-drop, we're going to go to one of the other members of the Maiden Squadron. Rosie. It has blocker and her auto. If you have the other 2 maidens on board, she can ready at the end of your turn. So you can pretty much swing, take a cheap shot. At the end of the turn, if they're both there, ready it. Next up, another one of the members, Kankuza, has critical automatically, and if you have both Ribrianne and Rosie on board, she gains dual attack. So it is pretty scary, swinging twice with critical. And last but not least, out of the battle cards, the Evolve form. The upgraded version of it has Evolve for 3, which is surprising. Has barrier. It has an auto. When it evolves, you can KO a battle card. And the auto, when this card attacks, if you have the other 2 maiden squadrons on board, you can drop 2 cards from your opponent's hand, which is ouch. So, but that's it for all the battle cards. Like I said, changes. Honestly, this would just be TN because you get waiting too long just to reduce life.
Yeah.
And I would knock out 1 and 1 just to add 2 more of this, only because the permanent makes the maidens drops lower by 2, so perfect. To finish off the deck for the extras, 4 maiden transformations. In the terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, this is the Monster Reborn that the Maiden Squadron has. You take 2 of your maidens with an energy cost of 4 or less, play them. So your whole purpose is you're bringing back these 2. Or depending on who you have on board, you bring out the opposite and you can still bring out the other. But this deck's main purpose is to have at least all 3 on board, so each of them can benefit off their abilities, especially the leader. And we got Maiden Charge, their counter card, and of course, if your leader is Universe 2, you could drop a card from the hand and KO a battle card that the opponent controls. That's pretty much it for the deck profile. Still a work in progress, but it's very fun to play, super cheap. I mean, yeah, you'll probably finish the Pride Troopers quicker than this, but hey.
I was looking for promo Gohans, I didn't see them there, but you know.
You get your hands on this, it's really good. If people sleep on this, they pay the price for it.
These are, this is the Decksmiths. Thank you very much for deck profile and signing out.